I feel like both of these teams kind of want to scrap very early on and want to kind of get down in the mud.
But honestly, I mean, that's what led out to a pretty stomping success.
When you play against a LeBlanc, though, every jungler can attest to this. This champion is notoriously difficult to lock down, especially with no
gonna go for the
crowd
kill.
Control. Showmaker's trying to look for it. There's the electrocute,
auto!
one more auto.
What
It's trade, but it's going to be first blood going over to Dplus Kia.
Started by Weibo.
All right. Weibo, they have a lot of buttons here. There's no ultimate here for Chris, but like you had mentioned, Xiao has the shockwave. It's a single grub. Weibo are going to pull off. Maybe they can find Showmaker. Try to use a little bit of movement speed to walk forward, get some damage onto Siwu. It's going to turn into 2 grubs going over to Dplus Kia, though.
And as it resets. And I know you have the play-by-play cap on, but I'm really interested at the lack of prio on the dragon here, because I do feel like, and while we see this dive coming through, something maybe we can talk about on the other side.
All right, public execution from Siwu gets him the immunity. It is not enough. There's going to be a ultimate coming on through from Tien, but Light's going to be able to finish this one off. A kill for the Kaisa, a play onto the top side. Lucid trying to make something happen around Xiao.
But he dies in the end. We did a couple of summoner spells burned. As I think Tien getting this dragon maybe dissuade some of the conversation I was bringing up beforehand, but still something interestingly enough. I mean, I definitely favor some of the damage coming out from Weibo in those concentric fights and the kind of team fights aspect, but here we go.
Chris, Pop Blossom lands. That's Siwu just going down. Feats of Warfare going on over to Weibo and a full-on wave. They might even get a large portion of the turret plates here if they want.
He is getting visited.
Siwu, oh my god, that is a W shielding. Here is the ultimate coming out from Breathe. They're trying to find aiming. Vaultbreaker follows the flash, aiming. No ultimate, no flash. A barrier is left, but all of this ultimate barrel keeps him alive, and aiming is able to grab the kill onto Tien. What happens? The Rek'Sai, maybe they had one more item. If maybe they were able to get a completion earlier here. Still a win, though, for Weibo on the other side of the map. It's a full turret being completed at 12.5 minutes. DK are going to see if they can try and find something on the other end, but this is an impossible matchup. And now Lucid is here. This is assuredly Breathe dying on this dive, and a turret going over to Dplus.
Cataclysm comes out, too. Oh, man. That's just, that's a little bit of bad to worse there. The turret going down, a lot of gold.
Resources. Okay.
They're going to go for Showmaker.
All right, he has flash. It is Crisp. He lands it. There we go. Killer Instinct to follow up, and a kill goes over to Light. 2-0, 3-0.
We actually see them come through there. Now Weibo setting up the rift.
Can they get in? I mean, it's super tough. Lucid trying to find something. It's a Cataclysm onto Light just to lock him down. And a completely whiffed command shockwave is issued by Xiaohu. Aiming, trying to get a Blade Caller. They're looking for an engage onto Chris. Remember, no ultimates for some of these members. An ultimate coming in from Beryl, the Wild Growth. Finally gives him enough HP. It is Crisp who will go down first. Tien sends it in with a cease and desist, and a follow-up from Lucid. Gets 2 knocked up. Weibo are trying to fight. Finally, Light goes down. Showmaker dies again. All in all, still a worthwhile trade. We're going to see Weibo try to re-enter into this fight. Kai'Sa with no Killer Instinct. Dragon is going to go over to Dplus Kia.
I think with the Guinsoo's Kraken Slayer Light will be very strong in a lot of these fights. That's going to be feeling really good for Weibo, as they do also pop the Rift Herald in mid.
This is a big win. A lot of gold to be spent potentially here for Weibo in the next few moments. Lucid goes down to half HP. A Cataclysm onto Crisp, trying to lock him in. It's a Killer Instinct to follow up from Light. But guess what? Still have the Wild Growth. Light's trying to find something. The Blade Caller from aiming traps Light. No ability for him to find the play. And now Weibo try to collapse. Aiming. Ultimate is issued out. Gets away, but the ultimate coming in from Breathe. A knock-up from Crisp. They're trying everything from the side of Weibo just to make this play happen. Maybe it's a full-on ace. Dplus Kia are falling apart at the seams. Xiaohu flashes forward. Shockwave. It doesn't even matter. He finally gets it down with the command move. Dplus Kia, who were expected favorites, not even just in tonight, but potentially for the entire tournament. Now it is Weibo taking down this bottom lane tier 2. Shibu trying to escape with a public execution. An ultimate is issued by Tien. The knockup is there. Chris finds 3 with the Pop Blossom. 2 members goes down for Dplus Kia. And now Weibo are trying to fight more in the base.
Bouncy Castle of Doom. That was an incredible series of events from Weibo. Just able to layer that through. they were able to get the turret in the bot side too, so they open up the inhib. They're not going to take the inhib because it just hit 20 minutes. They will give over the outer tower in mid.
Try to escape. That is his ultimate gone. Double distortion now no longer available. Oh. There it is, the Void Rush coming in. Breathe. He auto-attacks the clone. Can he find one more? He gets chained up. He gets rooted down. Showmaker makes the great escape. Through Lucid's on his way. There's a teleport potential here from Siwu, but no public execution. The Otacon is almost assuredly Weibo's, but can they make their way out from this fight?
Gotta look at the angle here. They got a little bit of a flank setup. Lucid's waiting for his entrance.
Maybe Lucid's looking for something. The Tangle Barbs lands onto aiming. Showmaker's going to pop his head forward. A single chain lands, but it's not enough. The ultimate lands onto Barrel. The shockwave stops only one. 3 members in the Cataclysm. Weibo are going to fight their way out of this one. A Pop Blossom lands onto aiming. Light's going to send himself back into the waiting arms of Weibo, but they win this fight. 2 kills going over to Light, and they're going to try to chase Barrel out of this one, but the Otacon and 4 kills going over to Weibo Gaming. If maybe he thought he was going to have a little bit more time, a little bit more space, maybe aiming puts out the Feather Storm and is able to do a little bit more damage, and there it is. Selvig to a really nice flank. How much more can they grab? Because remember, Kaisa is waiting. 3 items here for Light. It's a Vault Breaker sent and an ultimate from Xiao, who deletes Lucid from the game. Amy's going to put down the ultimate. He's going to also do a Blade Caller. They can't even find Tien. Crisp knocks up 3. And Weibo knocked down 3 onto Dplus Kia. That's a Baron for free if they want it in 45. Overwhelmingly in their favor, and Dplus Kia are going to have to fight through complete fog of war. There's that shockwave combo we set up throughout the game. Breeze sends themselves into the backline. Chris finds 2 with his Pop Blossom, and Light joins the rest of his team. He's going to flash forward. Barrel no longer available to be able to play this one. Oh my god, barely lives. Thank you, Redemption. Aiming's underneath his turret.
Almost 10,000 gold lead for Weibo in this game number 1, and you wonder if maybe a little bit of rust had gotten onto the
4,000 HP or 3,000 HP Orianna. It's going to get even tougher for the side of DK, the LCK representatives. Only a single series, so they're 2-0 here in ASI. And it seems like Weibo is going to hand them their first loss, and also the LCK's first loss at the Asia Invitational here for Tien, so his life can be a little bit more, you can play with his HP bar a little bit more. There is Lucid again with an ultimate. All this set up onto Light, but not even able to break him to half HP. Siwu is going to go down. Baron's still at their backs. Weibo are going to look to try to take down an inhibitor turret. It'll be 1. Lucid gets followed upon. The Prey Seeker alongside of those missiles are going to make sure that DK cannot win this one out. Another kill is going to go over to Weibo Gaming. And there it is. Weibo are going to find a win here in game number 1 of this series. In the last one for Weibo, look to put them up at 1-0.
Yeah, strong start to this series for them. Amy's going to do a little bit of extra gameplay on the back end of it, but the Nexus turrets are the focus for Weibo. You'll take down the last one, take down this Nexus, but a beautiful performance from Weibo. Almost 12 kill game from Light as well. The ADC diff was big this time, Alk.
All right, so DK want to opt for range. We're going to get the Rumble versus Cassante matchup here. Weibo with a lot of, I think, point-and-click ability to start fights. Obviously, Ryze is always going to have that Rune Prison available to him. And Lee Sin can be very explosive.
Outside, Tien's going right back to the well.
All right, level 3 versus level 4. Both of our junglers have Smite, but guess what? The laners are starting to get pulled over. It is Lucid who wins this fight. Showmaker, what else do you got? Is there going to be a grounding slow? No, Tien. Oh, man, that's a full-on Conqueror, and that's going to be first kill going over to Lucid. Have Flash. We didn't see how he lost this Summoner spell. They're going to continue the play, though. No eyes on Xiaohu quite yet. A Flash knockup coming in from Crisp. Answered by Barrel in trade. Does he use the barrier? No, at the very end it goes down, but it doesn't matter. Light's going to flash over. He's looking for Barrel. He loses vision of the enemy Rakan. And so it's a 1-for-1 trade coming on through. We're getting a teleport there from Cassiopeia to try to hold down the waves.
Longer and see if that scaling is really going to come into play.
Barrel is just dead. That's Sonic Wave right onto him. It goes over to Weibo. Xiaohu tries to use the Realm Warp to save his jungler, but DK will answer in kind. A 1-for-1 trade, and it looks like the Dragon is going to be started by the LCK.
Bar. That's going to be an early Ocean Dragon going to DK. It's going to give them a little bit more sustainability. Breathe is here.
Yeah, but Breathe is by himself.
Bro.
All Out is going to be up in 3 seconds. He gets the W to push back Lucid. Not quite level 5 yet on the Xin Zhao. That's a kill going over to Xiao, so some answers. Breathe is just flashing forward. All Out is made possible.
I think
he's going to be able to grab it. Uh-oh. Q3, does it land? Flash from Showmaker. He got the stun from the ultimate. He's probably going to be able to get himself out, but Weibo, they're going to go for a dive. It's 4 members strong. So he was going to look for something onto Light. Valkyrie puts him away. Does he get the burn? No. Oh my god, that's probably a trade. Does Siwa not go down? No. Guess what? Showmaker, he's going to fall. Barrel gets locked down. This is a big minion wave that they're fighting in the middle of. Weibo, how much more are we really going to be able to get for the rest of this fight here? Lucid, Barrel trying to walk forward. No ultimates available for them. Xiaohu's looking. Xiaohu's fishing. Ultimate is stopped there. Oh, Barrel can't even get the grand entrance. Weibo are getting a double kill for their jungler, and they're taking everything across the map. Xiao does have to get a recall in, so not going to end up being the play. Weibo are starting to find an objective win. 1,500 gold up at 9.5 minutes.
Buff of the 3 grubs. So we see a Realm War play in the bot lane.
Can Showmaker make it out? Ultimate doesn't land onto too many members, and even if it did, it doesn't matter. Headbutt Pulverize, put him into the wall. Lee Sin even finds something in the mid lane.
And that is the problem when you're facing against Tian's Lee Sin. He is aggressive as hell, and you'll make sure you see it.
There's another one coming on through. Ultimate from Lucid. Crescent Guard's going to buy him a little bit of time in this fight, but guess what? There's a teleport coming in from behind. Siwu is going to join this fight late as DK are going to look to try to get themselves back into this game. Not able to get that connect onto Xiaohu. He will escape. Breathe now in a 1v4. He's going to slink back under his turret. We have 5 seconds before this dragon starts. Dplus, it seems like their avenue of trying to get back into this game is going to be dragon stacking. Weibo, it is Chris and Tien to be by themselves. Xiao still hasn't even recalled quite yet. He is just going to be hoovering up all of these waves right now. And that, I think, is one way that we could see Weibo start to kind of leverage a pretty massive advantage.
Yeah, DK have opted into more of the objective stacking, giving up waves here and there as Breathe going to take the bait.
Oh, God, that's good vision toggling from our observers there. Breathe does fall. It's a kill going over to aiming, quite simply put. Weibo on the opposite side, though. Xiaohu seeing if he can get himself the last turret plate here.
Kind of try to get as much as he can, but yeah, I mean, it's obviously DK are kind of willing to sacrifice some of these resources to get these together plays, and look at this one.
Oh, all right. Tien's found first. Teleport coming in from Xiaohu, almost level 11 here, and an equalizer that just only rips apart Light. A huge knockup coming in from Chris. Turns the fight for Weibo. They get Lucid. They get Barrel and aiming, and Siwu just has to die underneath the turret. Chris is going to pick that up, and now Weibo are right back into the driving seat of this game.
Board is going to be a little bit in favor of Weibo. It's more importantly the 4-0-7 Xiaohu. Stepping up on a guy that we said from the very beginning, who I said specifically, and this is exactly what Xiaohu does. He's been known as one of the side lane kings in the LPL, and he's showing that here on the rise, but I do start to wonder, is it enough? Because we said it all along, DK do have good team fighting tools. Tien going to stop Lucid in his back. Barrel also stopped his back just to try to save him.
Oh, crisp. He uses the Hex Tech portals to get himself into a flank position. Lucid, you're just gone, buddy. Don't even bother using the flash at this point. He's trying to Sundered Sky proc his way back into this fight. He solo lanes. I feel like Siwu and Showmaker are not having good performances here. And while Aiming and Barrel have kind of been the starlights of this team when it came to the middle of the season, it is not turning out well for them. It is Dplus who will now try to force onto this mid turret. I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see Barrel
Tien
use
threw
his
the
ultimate
thumbs up.
He's Gonna put a Sonic Wave down onto the Rumble. It's a flash coming in from them, but a
lane.
fight breaks out in mid lane. Xiaohu flashes away. The ultimate from Showmaker lands onto None. Crisp tries to get a knock up. Lucid goes forward with the winds becomes lightning, and the Crescent Guard guards nothing. Weibo find a huge fight as Breathe go all out and puts DK into the dirt. 2 more kills there for Weibo as they dominate this game number 2.
What did I tell you, Alk? You just gotta say the opposite of what you wanted. Baby, we're getting it. Weibo! They show up in this series big time at the last moment when they needed to the most in their final series.
And now it makes the group entirely up in the air. JDG are going to be 1 and 2. Weibo are going to be 1 and 2. I mean, GAM, they might have a chance at being able to do some pretty big work here. We might see a tied up group here later on. Dplus Kia not able to get over the finish line here. 7,000 gold and the 3rd dragon of the game going over to them.
Weibo is... They can look like one of the best teams, and then they can also look like one of the worst.
All right, Otacon's already gone. Lucid has no win, becomes lightning. Great job from Chris. Knocks them away. The equalizer is barely locking anyone down. Siwoo is but a memory in this game. Realm Warp doesn't land.
Sometimes they look like chickens with their heads cut off. They look like they don't even know how to play League of Legends. And then you see moments like this where the entire comp, the entire team is kind of coming together as well.
Last summer finals.
Yeah.
I'm trying to forget some of those games.
But even like on the world stage, right? Like I think it's just so incredible that we've seen this Weibo team go through so many iterations of a lot of the same members just through over these last couple of years.
Now able to match. This seems like it is a fight brewing here for Weibo Gaming. Crisp caught out by himself. Unbreakable Will is called forward to get him out of the fight. See that Barrel's trying to look for something. Grand entrance plus the ultimate does absolutely nothing. Christ has to use his flash. The Crescent Guard trying to protect. It is a single bit of HP there for Lucid trying to escape. Barrel falls still. Xiaohu is going to use the Realm Warp. They make a pick onto aiming. Shift away. Flash away. Lucid
Nobody knows.
in Metal Gear Solid. He is trying to hide from Weibo Gaming. Showmaker is trying to have any kind of impact on this Cassiopeia. He is going to get ran down by Light. Lee Sin is going to find his matching member. There is no Baron, but guess what? That is still a huge win coming in for Weibo. Siwoo tries to get Light, but he is getting protected again. It is Breathe with the shield, with the all-out, and it is again Weibo with another win.
This is going to be hot commodity, but it's a little bit of a throwback because Showmaker needs to go ahead and start throwing up the copy pasta. You remember all those years ago?
Yeah.
He talked so much about Cassante. I think it's coming back to bite him.
Oh, God. Lucid's just evaporated from our screens right there. A little bit of play in the river.
A bit of healing coming in from the Redemption. They're just trying to step up here. The equalizer's coming down, but Tien's just going to secure it.
Oh, God. Yeah, like this is just complete desperation at this point. DK not able to really contest on the objective. Maybe it'll be Siwoo falling. All right, Siwoo.
Oh, Siwoo.
How much time can you waste of your opponents? It's an engage down onto Breathe. He has all out coming out soon. Tien dodges out a Dragon's Rage kick to put Showmaker into the waiting arms of the rest of Weibo Gaming. Crisp using the heal to get a little bit more. Barrel finally gets an ultimate that maybe we could be proud of, but guess what? It is 26 minutes too late. Siwoo still on the flank, but it is always just to watch the backs of these opponents take down his team.
Dude, Tien is feeling himself. He was the one that kicked off a ton of the fights early on as Xiaohu's going down.
Oh, Seeker's arm guard or the Zonia saves him. Guess what? It's another save. Aiming. See you later, buddy.
Cassante Gaming as they're going straight to the mid lane. They're going straight for the end, Alk.
They're going to end this one out in only Valakir on Twitter. Only he could see this line. The 1% play coming on through. Weibo with a 2-0. Only Weibo could do these kinds of things.
Only Weibo.
The Weaves are going to be able to win. Another kill on the Showmaker. And at this point, they are just styling all over their opponents. 31-8. A 16,000 gold lead. And a 2-0 for Weibo here in Group A.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.